W.E.B. Du Bois was born February 23, 1868 and was a sociologist, historian, civil rights activist, author, and editor. He was the first African American in history to earn a Ph.D. at Harvard. The main focus of his career was to solve the problem of the 20th century, racism. Du Bois believed in the immediate equalization of blacks. He fought against segregation and disfranchisement in the Jim Crow South. He wrote several books speaking out against the oppression of African Americans. Although they had the same goal, Du Bois opposed the ideas of Booker T. Washington, who thought African Americans should be educated and then gradually become accepted into white society. In 1909 he co-founded the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. The goal of the organization was to fight for the rights of black Americans. In 1910 he founded and edited the NAACP journal, The Crisis. This journal would publish many articles and essays that pushed for civil rights.
Du Bois used his writing, and the writing of others, to fight for equality. He published the works of Langston Hughes and Jean Toomer, two prominent Harlem Renaissance writers. In 1913 he wrote The Star of Ethiopia, which promoted African American history and civil rights. Du Bois believed that blacks should become educated in liberal arts and question whites on all topics. This was the complete opposite from assimilating into white culture, which is what Booker T. Washington thought blacks should do. During the 1930s the NAACP was more institutionalized and Du Bois became more radical in his thinking. This often led to disagreements between him and other leaders of the organization. He finally left in 1934 to return to the Atlanta University to teach. Even after his departure from the organization he continued to work towards black equality. He became a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, the first intercollegiate fraternity created by African Americans. August 27, 1963, W.E.B. Du Bois died while in Ghana.
In history, Dubois led African American people to total equality in white society. He directly opposed Booker T. Washington's ideas of gradual equalization and pushed forth his own belief of immediate acceptance and respect of African American people. During his time in action, Dubois brought African Americans together to fight the idea of the Jim Crow laws. Without his hard work and dedication, racial segregation would still be prevalent in today's life. With his many followers, he created the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, which united the voices of all the oppressed blacks under one banner, helping desegregate the Jim Crow South. Also, the formation of the NAACP fought the Southern states' practice of disenfranchisement and helped abolish poll taxes and liberty tests for voting rights. Modern-day NAACP still fights for the rights of African American people, and also urges blacks to exercise their rights and participate in local and federal government politics. In the 2000 presidential election, the NAACP National Voter Fund launched a Get Out and Vote campaign. This resulted with over 10 million blacks voting in the election, which was 1 million more votes than the previous election. NAACP also advocates for black youth to become educated. They show support to outstanding youth by providing financial aid and scholarships to young blacks who are pursuing greatness by exceeding academically and seeking education past high school. Since 1963, the NAACP Youth College Division has been striving to involve young black citizens in social and political issues. The Youth Council is composed of hundreds of state, county, college, and high school operations that encourage youth to volunteer and share their opinions on national and local issues. By continuing their efforts in advancing African American youth, the future will see more blacks in political office, and the African American community will be more aware of their political environment and will be able to work to make a difference in the country.